Hi. Well, who doesn't like beer? Chefs definitely do. So I can recommend this device to any commercial kitchen in the world as a standard piece of equipment. But jokes on the side. It's great for parties at home. It's great for small restaurants, just serving one kind of beer, maybe events also. But definitely cool for home, for garden parties and such. So let me just go through all the details. First of all, this will fit any type of 5-liter keg. Of course, there's two types, the ones that are already with CO2 and the ones that are without it. So this will accommodate both. Let me just go through the controls and I show you the insides and how to fit it in. So first of all, on the top you have a display and also you have a gas regulation. That's for the kegs without the gas where you apply the CO2 cartridge. The pouring handle that you can see on top, you just move it up and down in order to pour your beer. There's this button that opens up the hatch. So let me just open it up, just like that. And then you can see the heart of the mechanism. So the CO cartridge would fit in here. So you just unscrew this one, place your CO2 cartridge. By the way, in this set you're getting 3 of these, just for starters. After that you can buy it in any shop that sells these. So you just screw it in here until you hear that very characteristic sound. You place the keg in here. Without the CO2 you have to put this rod in, apply the beer discharge and the gas valve, and then you can pour yourself a beer. For kegs that do not use any CO2 cartridges that are already being pumped with CO2, you can just place the keg in here, connect it with this connector, and it starts working. One thing, this also cools the beer down. So in here you will see a marking for the water level. It fits around 800 milliliter of water. Let me just pour some water inside. Just make sure it's up to the right level. Of course, it helps if you pour cold water straight in. Then you just use, for example, one of these. Make sure the valves are on the other end. Then you just use one of these connectors. You apply it to the filter and the beer discharge, and you just drop it in, and you should hear that characteristic sound, and basically that's already done. So just close down the hatch. The on and off switch is on the back of the machine. The display will show you the actual temperature. You can set it for the temperature that you need, so by pressing minus or plus you see the temperature you set it on. So let's just do 6 degrees Celsius, just to have that really nice chilled beer. And there's a couple of devices here. First of all, this machine will need approximately 12 hours to properly set down the beer, to cool down the keg properly. So it needs some time. It needs a few hours, right? Just to make sure the beer is set. If you place the keg straight in and you start pouring beer, you just end up with full mugs of froth. Besides, even when you pour it the first time, the first 2 or 3 mugs, you may end up with a lot of foam. So don't worry about it. First of all, the foam will set and separate, so you end up with beer anyway. But after a couple, you will have this really nice and crystal pour. All right, before I get into action, let me just go through some of the cool features about it. In this set, as I mentioned, you're getting 3 CO2 cartridges. Just to get started. You also get 3 of these plastic attachments for the keg. So this is actually a cool thing because this may wear out over time. So The more beer you pour, the more they wear out, so it's really cool to have them. Also, in this set you get a lot of seals and spare bits, just like these. So whenever you have a leak, you can just simply swap the seal. Also, you get some cleaning accessories. So you just fill that with water, you place the hose on it, and you can flush out all the bits that come in touch with beer. All right, so how about we see it in action? So you just place your mug or a cup on the drip tray, which, by the way, is removable. So you can take it out for cleaning, put it back on when it's clean again, and set it up on your buffet, let's say, or in your garden. Make sure it fits properly. This will collect all the splashes that may have happened. While we at it, if you're finished, or when you finish with your beer and you just want to disassemble the whole thing and put it in storage, it's good to drain the water. You don't need to tip it over. There's a special valve, so you just remove the drip tray, make sure there's a vessel underneath it, and by opening this tap, you will drain all the water that you poured in. All right. I chilled my keg in advance, so the keg itself should be at around 7-8 degrees. The temperature inside of the water is about 17 degrees for now, but it's going down, so I think my beer is ready to be poured. So let's see it. So you just lift it, press the handle down, and there you go. Not as frothy as I expected, so that's actually a cool thing. There you go. You can wait a couple of minutes for the froth to set down and then just do the refill. While we're waiting, let me just tell you, if you're looking for a beer dispenser, that's definitely a device for you, but have a look at the website. There's a couple of cool things as well, so you might find some other gadgets that will fit your venue. With each one comes a 3-year warranty, and they will be shipped to you in a double cardboard box, just like this one. So you have 2 boxes actually, one thicker than the other, just so this device is safe on its journey to your place. Also inside you will find an instruction manual. Have a look, because there are a lot of useful information about installing kegs and applying pressures and stuff like that. So definitely a good read that will tell you about using this machine. All right, so that's about it. If you found this information useful, just leave me a comment in the comment section what other equipment I can test for you, and I'll do it. I thank you guys very much for watching, and cheers.